welcome to Playa Weekly. My name is Raquel. This week we'll be talking about the Port of San Diego's plans to completely change the La Playa Trail, a historical landmark here in Point Loma that residents of all ages enjoy and can't imagine living here without. Let's take a listen.
Neighborhood once again saying, not in my backyard, but in this particular case, they say they have a very good reason. If you look around here, take a look at this. Mike is going to pan over to this little bike path right here. This is really a rare area of San Diego. You know, San Diego's America's finest city. This could be America's finest pocket in America's finest city. It's just beautiful. It's right on San Diego Bay. It has boats. The yacht club is right here. The kids learn to sail. They can walk their dogs. It is what you might call the ultimate community. Now, the Port of San Diego has big plans, of course, all up and down the coast, and this part of the plan is included, and they have proposed some things. It is very early in the planning stages, I'll tell you that right now. Just got off the phone with the Port of San Diego. It's sort of pre-planning, but this is a big, huge deal where they're looking at a 30-year plan for up and down the coast.
I saw a tree in the moonlight.
The sun came out in La Playa, and we're taking a walk down the La Playa Trail. This is probably one of the coolest things about living in La Playa, is that we have this gorgeous trail to walk on and ride bikes on, and hang out, watch the boats. It's great to come here with the kids, ride bikes. On one side we have these amazing homes, and on the other side we have the water, and it's just really perfect. It's pretty quiet on the trail today. It's a weekday, so there's not a lot of tourists or visitors. It's probably mostly locals here today.
Yeah.
But if they were going to change anything, it would be completely different. It would be an attraction that hundreds of people would come to all the time. It would really change the feel of this neighborhood. I remember one year, one of the neighbors wanted to tear out one of these trees, probably to build an addition to their house, or possibly even a new house altogether. It might have been growing into their yard or something like that. And when the other neighbors learned that he was gonna rip it out, everyone was furious. So mad that when he eventually did rip it out, they publicly shamed him by putting a giant sign in their front yard stating what he had done. That sign was up for at least a year. Tree on the La Playa Trail. My kids love to play here. We didn't know who was decorating this tree and putting all of these little knickknacks all over the place until recently, when we found out it was one of these homes' groundskeepers. He buys cute little knickknacks and decorates the tree. There's always something new and always something special to find here. Plus this beautiful swing. There's a cool story behind the swing too. So the swing was built, I think, in the 70s by a kid who was asking his high school girlfriend to prom with him. And he built this swing for her. So romantic, so cute. And over the years, the swing's been replaced. You can kind of see where the old ropes are hanging still from the original swing, and how the earth has probably eroded underneath it because it would be pretty treacherous where the old ropes are hanging right now. So it's been moved for safety and changed out with this beautiful teak wood somebody replaced it with. So everybody kind of does their part around here in this neighborhood to keep it really nice. A lot of times we'll pick up trash and throw it in the garbage can from the fairy tree and kind of keep it organized and pretty. This is one of the things I feel like gives my kids something special about their childhood. We don't just live in a little track community where there's plastic playgrounds and metal. It feels natural here. It feels like an awesome place to be a kid. That's why we love La Playa so much.
Okay.
Celeste, can you say hi to everybody?
Hi, everybody.
Can you introduce yourself?
My name is Celeste, and I have lived in Point Loma in the La Playa neighborhood for, I'd say, 45 years. Back in the early 70s when I first moved here, it was literally a path where running on it, walking on it, you had to be very careful. And you would sometimes have to weave your way through the bramble to get through the path, because it was literally a path that would widen and narrow as you would go through it. And there would be, a lot of vegetation on one side or the other. The residents that own the homes on the path would either maintain the property down to the path, or they wouldn't. So it would either be weeds or it would be lush vegetation. On the other side of the path, the same residents would either maintain it or not maintain it. So it was in a very natural state. It still is in a fairly natural state, but a few years ago, 10 years ago, they widened some, I don't know which part of the city or county decided to come and widen the path, and they widened it and made it more smooth, a little more even, so it wasn't as trippy, basically as rocky and trippy as it is now. So from my standpoint and others who live down here, that was plenty. That was enough to make it commercial from our standpoint, because it was there. Because after they did that, it was like, whoa, this is like a walkway. It's like a promenade. It's not a path anymore. So that's how it's been for about the last 10 years. Now the port wants to redevelop this area and this path and make it a promenade with wheelchair accessibility, paved, public restrooms, resting spots, and all the way to the yacht club where the path ends, and which at that point they have proposed to put a promenade that would cover the Anchorage Lane Street all the way over to across the Shelter Island Drive. And then also creating a promenade around the yacht club that would interfere between the yacht club and the pier and the docks at the yacht club, so such that the public would be able to access that area and go around the yacht club back over to Shelter Island and continue their walk. For the yacht club's standpoint, that's horrible, because that would require a complete renovation and reconfiguration of the yacht club and their piers and their docks, which they've had for many years.
This is our beautiful neighborhood. We just don't want to see anything happen to it. We want to try to preserve some of this beauty, some of this fresh air and freedom and quiet and peace. I believe in change, and I believe in improving things, but I don't think there's anything here to be improved. I think people should be able to come here and enjoy it for what it is, without destroying the natural beauty that we have here. For more information about this issue and others, go to savepointloma.com and find out how you can get involved.